Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Today, hormones and how they can help. We're going to talk about rapid weight loss as well as treating menopausal symptoms. Dr. Deborah Manjoney is the medical director of the Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa, and Dr. Susan Riegg is the expert on the HCG diet and hormone therapies. It's so nice to have you guys. We were so chit-chatting during the break because there's so much to talk about. You have actually opened another center at your location to offer these additional services to your clients, specifically hormone related, right?
That's exactly right. We've asked Susan to come over because she really is an expert in this area, and so we have opened Transform Diet and Wellness Center, and it's adjacent to Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa, and Susan's there twice a week to help people with their problems with either weight loss or controlling symptoms of menopause or other symptoms of irregularity in their hormones.
Isn't she amazing?
Yes, she is.
I mean, she knows everything as it relates to hormones. And so let's break it down a little bit, because I want to talk about a personal experience I have with working with you as well. HCG diet. This is, some people call it the miracle weight loss, because you can lose a half a pound or more a day. You feel like it's medically safe. You're an MD.
Well, it's 100% safe. I mean, it passes the criteria for safety. There's never been a reported case of any adverse outcome. HCG, as you can imagine, is in very high concentrations in pregnant women and doesn't cause any occurrence of increased risk of cancer or heart disease or heart attack or anything.
I think it's important to make a distinction between the HCG that people may see that they can buy online through different websites and cheaper, and the medically prescribed HCG that you prescribe.
Exactly right. We are using pharmacological HCG, which we obtain from a compounding pharmacy. We use exactly 125 units per day, very, very low dose. But what that does is help abnormal fat stores be released for metabolism and essentially to provide energy for the body. In combination with a low-calorie diet, patients are able to lose weight very safely, very effectively in a sustainable fashion.
So how much might they lose? You probably put them on it for like 6 to 8 weeks?
Exactly right. Females are losing about half of a pound, sometimes a little bit more per day, average over time.
And the average
males are losing a full pound per day or more. Males do actually better, but it's very effective. Patients have little to no hunger. They're amazed at the results. There's almost like full body sculpting where the very heavy patients are losing weight in their faces, their necks, obviously, the whole trunk, thighs, and so on. So it's very effective, very safe. We have a program where we're doing extensive medical management of these patients, and we don't just sell the HCG and send them on their way. They have a series of appointment and extensive support from us. So we want to assure a 100% success rate, and we support the patients throughout the entire process, all the way to the end.
I know you do. And speaking of hormone therapies, we're going to talk about menopausal symptoms. My own experience, though, is that progesterone has basically changed my life, because after having kids, I was having a lot of problems monthly. Went on progesterone. So my doctor, said I should have a hysterectomy, whatever. And this has really changed my life without having an invasive procedure.
Yeah, when we first met, you were debating hysterectomy versus endometrial ablation, and I encouraged you to give this a try, the bioidentical hormone balancing and obviously the bioidentical progesterone cream. And my understanding is that you're feeling great.
I am feeling great, and I appreciate it. What are other ways that people need and can use hormone therapies?
Well, the interesting thing is, hormones have had such a bad rep now for the last several years. In 2002, there was a big, nationally publicized study, the Women's Health Institute study, that came out basically saying women should not treat menopausal symptoms with hormones. And it was horrible. Women started dropping their hormones off, and people started having hot flashes and night sweats and all kinds of awful symptoms, and it really was a misinterpretation of the data, as we have found now. Now there are newer studies coming out. There's a KEEP study, and there's something from Denmark that have shown not only are hormones safe to take, especially the bioidentical hormones, but that they actually may be protective for cardiovascular disease, which for years I had spoken about, and yet all of a sudden when that other study came out, we had to stop saying that because there was a risk they found in the first year of perhaps an increased risk of heart issues. And the truth of the matter is, if you start your hormone replacement therapy early after menopause or in the perimenopausal years, it's a very, very safe thing to do.
And what does it help with? Because we're about to run out of time. Hot flashes. Depression, what else?
The main symptoms we're concerned with: hot flashes, night sweats, but also fatigue, weight gain, sleeping problems, depression. We see a lot of patients with significant memory problems, foggy thinking, cognitive. And beyond that, obviously we're very concerned about the hormone imbalances and the increased risk of breast cancer, endometrial cancer, blood clot, stroke, heart attack, and so on.
So the right combinations, given the proper way, using bioidentical hormones, are the safest way to proceed and really very helpful.
And I want people to make an appointment right away. It can be life-changing, really, and I know this from experience. The way that people can reach Transform Diet and Wellness Center is by calling this easy toll-free number. It's 1-800-LOOK-GREAT, and I promise you, you will also feel great. So nice to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we also want to let people know where the Wisconsin Vein Center MediSpa is. They're on Georgetown Drive in Pewaukee. The phone number is there on your screen for an appointment. You can also visit them online at wimedispa.com. We'll be right back.